Hi everybody, this is Diane. It is evening, it's almost 7 o'clock here, and I did do a little bit in here, but I've been in and out today. I've had so many other things on my plate today, but before I settle in for the evening, I thought I would do a little more work, and I won't be interrupted again, I don't think, so I can turn the camera on. So I have these three one signature journals, and they have a cardstock cover, and they have swans on the front. And I've cut my pages and have them all collated into the journals. So I'm not sure what we're going to do today. Right now in this session, we might do a little work on pages, or I might just work on some of the ephemera. So I'm going to set this aside for now, and I will show you what pieces I have done. We did this on camera. It's a glassine bag, and I put this scalloped stationery page inside. It has the doily and a Mrs. Coggs image from her set Majestic Swans, and a little embossed piece, and a vintage ribbon with a sheer applique that was attached to it. So I finished the other two. I did another blue one, and then I did a pink one, and I didn't use an embossed piece back here. This one has vintage music paper with the modeling paste through a stencil, but this is a wider picture, so I didn't think it needed anything. And they each have the scallop stationery inside. So these are ready to be glued onto a page. Probably not this because that's the front cover, but ready to be glued onto a page. Those are done. Then I started on these. I had embossed these swans. They're like this. And I wanted to, add them to a pocket. And I decided the best way to do it was to just cut them out. So I cut them out and added them to a piece of pale blue, and I used a die to cut that fancy top out and embossed that pink paper. So we have one pocket for each of the journals. And those are done. Then I took, these are the pieces that I had done. This one and this one. I did them a while ago when I did the peacock journals. I did a couple of swan pieces. So I had these two done, and then I did this one. And I added the fabric tabs. And then I made these little pockets to tuck those cards into. These pieces are not in the main swan kit that I'm using, which is Charm Studios. That's the paper that I'm using. I'm using Charm Studio and Mrs. Coggs, and then there was just a few pages in this kit, and I can't remember who it is, but I can link it below. And it had some swans featured on it, so this little piece and this piece. But I'm using all of the pieces in these journals, just because the color scheme is great. There's an envelope that came with it, but it doesn't have a swan on it. So anyway, that's what this came from. And these pockets came from that little kit. So I just sewed them to blue paper. And I only had two of these pockets. So this is from a children's book. And I made a pocket out of that, which worked out well because I needed a long pocket to tuck this into. So I think I'm going to sew this on because gluing would take up too much of the space that is needed for this tag. So I'll sew these to the book page. This one is a little wider, so this one goes in here, and then this one is the narrowest one, so that can go in there. So those are all done. And I had this bit of an antique piece, ephemera piece, and I wanted to get it taken care of so I wouldn't lose it, so I just made this little embellishment with it. And I might, like this came with the Charm Studio kit, so I could make another embellishment out of this, and I'll have to find something else for the third journal. Maybe that could be an embellishment. So I'm thinking deciding whether I want to work on decorating these envelopes or do something with these. Let's take a look at these. I don't even know if I'll use all of these in the journals. Probably not. Because I have, as you see, quite a few other pieces, plus more to make things with. Start with this one. This is a little folder with a little pocket inside, and this slips over it. So what I could do is just find something to tuck into the pockets. There's a little swan card. And these are the Mrs. Cogs. Sometimes she has smaller cards, but I don't think so. And it doesn't have to have a swan on it. It could just be anything that matches the color scheme. This doesn't actually match the color scheme, but it's got a swan, so I'm using it. What's in here? This tag came with that extra kit. It's a little long. So there's one tag for each journal with that kit. That's nice. Okay, so what I can do is just cut a scrap piece of paper that matches the color scheme and put it in there. I wish these were vertical instead of horizontal. I'm just going to look at scraps. Try to find one with the right colors. Now those are printable scraps. They might be nice. I try not to take too long. Kind of rifling through my big drawer of scraps, and I have a project I want to do just to get rid of some of these scraps, but in a useful way. So I was thinking about doing that tonight, but then I decided I wanted to work a little bit on the Swan journals. I'm finding blues, but not the pinks in the right shade. I'll just look a little more and then I'll be done. I hope you all have been having a good day. Today, as I'm making this, today is Wednesday. Perfect. I dug deep enough. Okay. Okay, see what we have here. These will be useful for all the rest of the embellishments. Oh, these papers are from this kit. No wonder I thought they were perfect. So I think I'll just take a little piece of this with the lace. I've just had a very busy day today. I went for a walk with my friend that I go for walks with sometimes. That's our way of, sometimes we go to breakfast if the weather isn't good for walking. Just trying to see how wide I need to make this. So we went for a walk and got caught up on news. And then I got to work in here a little bit, an hour or so, and then I went and got my nails done. And then I had a little bit of time again. And then I went and picked up my grandson so I had to wait for him to get out of school. And he was going to come and mow my lawn and help me take cardboard boxes out of the shed, take them to the recycling center because they're open on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I got that done, and then I took him home, and by then his mother was home from work, so I went in and visited with her for a while. But tomorrow, I think I can dedicate tomorrow to work. I want to get some things listed in my shop, and I want to work on these journals. Okay, so that's pretty simple. I don't think I need to do anything else. I'm just going to slip this little band back on. It has eyelets, and I tied some string through it. This was not my idea. I made this quite a while ago, and I don't remember whose idea it was. I think it was someone who was cutting up 12 by 12 papers into all these pieces and made all of these various things. I think that's what it was. Okay, so there's that. And I believe I have 2 of them. Yep, here's another one. I'm not going to make one for every journal. So the ephemera pieces will be different in each journal. Well, not each, but I'm not going to try to duplicate absolutely everything. Well, I should have measured this. It is about 2 1/4 by 4. If you think it's easier to untie this to move it on and off, you certainly can do that. And I don't think I need to embellish the outside. I think they're good. Now, what would I put in the 3rd journal? I guess these 3 are similar. That's a pocket. That's another folder. And that's another folder. So maybe this could go in the 3rd journal in place of those. Maybe I will use all of them. I think that's all I have. Yeah. Okay, so this already has stuff in it. If I wanted, oh no it doesn't. It just has this. So I'll have to find some things to put in there. I'm not going to get that out now, but I'll just put little dyed tags in there. I don't think I have them handy. Or maybe I do. This little box lid has little compartments in it, little containers that I put in with small pieces. And it has my little merchandise tags. I was looking for my little dyed tags, even smaller than these. These would be great for these journals too. Yeah, I don't see the little dyed ones that I was looking for, but I have these long skinny tags. They might work for some pockets. These are even littler. Just have a couple. Those are little. There's some blues. Okay, I'll get this up out of the way. Maybe tomorrow I'll look for my dyed little tiny tags, so I can finish filling in things like this. And I need something here. That's cute. Did you guys ever have something like that for helping you to tell you the weather? What the weather was going to be? I think maybe we had one, but I don't think it was a swan. I'm looking for something to put on the back of this. So if I put this on the back, you can write on that. My grandson is 12 and a half by now, and he wants to earn money, so maybe I told you, but he had agreed to be my per diem employee this summer. So he'll be mowing my lawn when available every other week, because he's at his dad's every other week, and I don't bother him when he's there. And so I mow it every other week. But he'll come and help me, and he'll do other things for me, like we're gonna clean my car together to go to my daughter's house and borrow their shop vac. I wonder if it's my husband's shop vac. We used to have one. I never used it, but when I moved out of my big house, I gave it to somebody. Let's see. This was just a little cut-off piece, as you could see, probably. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get it in under all the slots. I think it helps to put your little pieces in first, and then the little pieces hold the rest of the slots up, so you can slide it in. So I'll work on that later. This is a little calling card with a swan on it. So I'll add some more to it, and I might stick a little something in there too. Okay, so those are completed for now. Oh, that was upside down. I was wondering if I could put a swan element on here. I think that's so elegant and pretty, but I don't think I have anything small enough. So I'm going to let it be. kind of tight. Got some children feeding the swans. Got a little hole on that end. It's not poked out yet, so I might tie something in there. And I might be able to put a bigger scrap of something behind them. And I need a skinnier one for there. That is 4 1/4 inches high. I like it when I can use up scraps and things that I already have. So that's a start. I don't know what else I'll do to any of these pieces, if anything. So I think the next thing, after I get these done, before I do these, because I don't know if I need them, I think the next thing would be to go through the journal and figure out where I'm going to put pockets and stuff and see what else I might need. Guess I need to wrap that around one more time. And I'll just do similar things with these. Let's take a look at this. This one has pages that are a little bit too wide, so I'm going to trim some of those down. I already did it on this one. This is the cover, so I'll probably want to put a pocket here. Maybe it would be this pocket. I think so. I think that's a good pocket to put at the beginning of the journal. So I'm going to stencil on this page, I think. I already got some stencils and inks out. I think I used this stencil in the strawberry journals. I want to see how dark this spun sugar is. I don't think it's very dark. Yeah. Might be just the shade that I want. Very subtle. I was holding it up to the corner on that paper like it wasn't a practice run. Sorry, my hand's in the way. I'm gonna leave it there and do some blue here. Maybe I want salvage patina, because a lot of the elements are more mint green than blue. Yeah, I think that's good. See those colors? Ooh, man. Just got really dark in here. I want to overlap some so it's not just a stark line. I think this brush still had a little blue or something in it, which is nice because it gives it a two-toned effect. Well, this part's going to be covered with the pocket anyway. So that would be a pretty way to start the journal. I have a pretty tag tucked in there. Or instead of a tag, I could decorate one of these envelopes and tuck it in. But I think that's what I want to do, so I'm going to... Where's my lid for this? There it is. Okay, I'm going to glue this pocket on. And I will definitely want some lace. So I'll put lace on a pocket that comes, or a page that comes right out to the edge. The little digitals, the digital pages don't come quite far enough, but maybe this page or the scrapbook papers that I cut. Even the gift wrap paper. So I'll have some lace on the edges. Now this is the Gwen Frostic Swan, and I'm not sure I want to use it simply because the colors are dull compared to the rest, and it's kind of hard to see. His beak blends right in with the background. I might not use that, but I have these other large pages. See if I can do something with one of these. This is a greeting card. Maybe I'll use that and I'll just attach it to something else on the other side. That's pretty fragile. I'm going to fold that. It's torn across the top, I'm just noticing. I'm thinking in some digitals that I have printed, like the Polka Dot Pixel or Amity Bloom digitals, I might find a piece that I could attach to this to go on the back here. Okay, we've got that done. I'm gonna tuck this in there for now. I want to add some pretty lace instead of a fabric flip, some wide lace. I think that would be pretty. Or let's see. Maybe I like it better on something like that. I think that was backwards. It goes this way. And then you could write underneath there. And then on scrapbook paper page, it's difficult to write on these, so I could do something like add a pocket. This is from the digital, the Charm Studio digital, and there's only 2 pockets with the kit, so I have to make a pocket for the 3rd journal. And then tuck a tag in there. Oh, I already stuck that in there. I like the way this looks on this page, so we're going to do that. But I probably want to stencil that first. So I'm just going to paper clip this here till I get that stenciled. Okay, I will put this here. I'm just going to glue that on. Oh, this, no it doesn't. I was thinking it had a white edge on it, but that's this. have this beautiful lace applique that I got at the flea market recently. And I thought I could cut a piece off of it to decorate somehow. Maybe that'll end up being on the cover. Just a piece of this on each cover. I have 2 of these pieces. So I'll save that till I'm ready to do the covers. I'm not sure I like that bright blue background on that, but I think it's okay. This is the Crocodile Corners chomper that has the deco. It has a deco and a ticket stub, but I usually like the deco. Like that. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. I knew I brought this ribbon over. See what these say. Spread your wings and fly. How perfect is that? I've never used this one. Sometimes they are really stuck on these to the point where you think you're going to tear them trying to get them off. Spread your wings and fly. Might as well do 3 of them while I've got it out. Whoops, just tipped over my paper clips. Okay, now what can I put on here? I'm wondering if I have a piece of printed vellum. Okay, I brought my whole stack of vellum. I've got some small pieces in here. It's vellum and tracing paper and stuff like that, glassine paper. This isn't all vellum. This is lavender vellum that doesn't look lavender when it's laid on the pink. This has some little starburst things on it. Oh, that's pretty. You're pretty much covered up with that, but I think it adds a little something extra to it. There's this hot pink glassine. I think I like that. Oh, how about this? Oh, that's pretty. That looks elegant. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then it'll be time for me to go. Close up shop for the night. I think that's the side that's supposed to go out. This came out of a book about Luftons. I don't know if they're porcelain. I think they might be porcelain or china. But they had all kinds of really beautiful figurines and cups and things. I'm not done cutting the book up, but I found these in there, so I cut them out. Just these two swans. That makes a pretty envelope. Of course, now I have to put something inside of there. Okay, I can lift it up so she's peeking out. So that's a start. I feel like I've gotten a good start on these journals, and hopefully tomorrow's Thursday, maybe I'll actually get a chance to stay in here for a while and get some work done. I thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope that you're having a creative day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.